pues, ¿no? Se nos fue.
Jugate un juego de terror, volvete hombre.
Eso es algo casi imposible.
Jugate un TV sin CIDE en vivo y en directo para todos los guachos. Yo les voy a decir que se suscriban a tu canal directamente.
Ahí está. Bien, vamos a ver. Por acá. Por acá. Por acá.
Yo creo que ahorita de pronto.
Hidrogranos. Hidrogranos. Excelente.
Pero es chistoso decirle a la hermana que vaya y le pegue un zape en pleno directo. No, yo me cagaría la verdad.
Letal.
Whirling snow.
¿Cómo?
Sakura swirl.
Está todo.
No sé por qué te adelante. Porque te amo.
Torn to oblivion. Shine down. Hold the line. Torn, bring refuge. My apologies. Whirling snow. Embrace the ice. My apologies.
Hello.
Inazuma shines eternal. There is no escape. Goes the ship down. Rest and rebuild. Whirling snow. Sakura swirl. Take flight.
Dios
Perfecto.
mío.
Jabata y cala. Ay, Dios mío. Ese resfriamiento también se pasa.
Y se murió. Pobre. Se suicidó. Ay, no, ella es demasiado triste. Ni con refuerzos, pues.
Dios. A ver si me encuentro. Señor Satín.
Allow me!
Al chile sí me voy a descargar un League of Legends en mi móvil.
At your command.
De hecho, por eso que empecé a jugar. Le llegan todos los de toda la comunidad.
Getting here.
What's your battle plan?
Termina esta.
Y cada vez que pones la Q, se escucha otra cosa totalmente diferente. Échale un poco de aceite a ese teclado.
Bien, vamos a ver, lo siento. Por supuesto que no. Está todo.
Watch out for pickpockets.
Rerunn. Oh, sí.
More speed.
Vamos bien, vamos tranqui. Eremitas. Uy, hasta allá. Eremitas. Sí, sí, sí. Ah, ya. Hay que ir con todo. Revisando artefactos y todo.
Rack and ruin. Shine down. Covenant of the Deep. Yeah, my apologies.
Now you're testing my
Yeah, embrace the ice. Ha, yeah, ha, ha, ta, ta. Ha, yeah, ta. Ruin. Take flight. Now you shall perish. Illusion shattered. Take flight.
Ya decía yo porque me escuchaba doble. Preminetta. La núcleo de cristal.
A new punching bag.
More speed.
Perfecto. Pero no perfecto, pero sí.
Let's move out. Happy to frost. Crush.
Será mía.
More speed. How heartless. Yeah.
Following orders.
Rest and rebuild. Whirling snow. Kamisato art. Sumetsu. Yeah. Billowing surge. Take flight. Beg for mercy. Yeah. Shudder. Hold the line. Beg for mercy.
Efectivamente, joven. Pero mira esto. Ouch, ouch.
Add ast.
Bienvenido al gremio de
Thank you for
Oui, oui.
Add ast.
Shenha. Kachin. Yunam. Fichel. Cookie.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
Arco de Favonio, guachín. Perfecto, soy Sheldon. Muy.
Exactly. But none of them believed me.
De chill no tengo nada de chill, ¿verdad? Perfecto. Freminecto.
More speed.
Torororororororo.
We have put it.
Interesante. Uy, sí. Vale.
If you ever.
Ahora sí. Jabata y Cala. Sí. Uy, uy, uy. Uy, 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 uy. Volviendo a tu mundo. Volvemos a mi mundo. El mundo de la red, la jatetera. A ver. Aquí. Ah, cabrón, ¿cómo que no?
More speed.
Ah, qué baja. No. Hola.
Time to scout. After crossing all that sand and water, we finally made it! Oh, this must be Fontaine's port!
Exacto.
Wow!
Estoy en Fontaine.
Everything looks so advanced in Fontaine! Paimon's heard that the industry here is extremely developed, and they're all... Just seeing the sights as a tourist is nice, but maybe it would be better if we found something to do!
Exacto.
What do you think? Good idea!
Arconte.
Mahita gave us loads of useful information.
Arconte hidro.
Seeking out the Seven is probably still our best source for information at this point. Yeah, the more we can learn, the better.
Exacto.
So, what do you think the Hydro Archon's like? Well, we can...
¿Quién sabe?
To learn about a nation's god, start with the nation's people. There seems to be some locals talking over there. Let's go see if we can join the party.
Vamos a averiguar qué dicen de ella.
If you ask me, it's a tragedy, I think.
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of ending for him. I thought he would at least fight on a little longer for his fame. I was expecting a sudden plot twist, but it's a pity that it never happened.
Excuse me. Can I help you too?
Perdón.
Hi! We're travelers new to Fontaine, and we had...
Play? Oh, no. We're talking about something.
¿Ah, sí?
Really? Like, a real trial?
Well, good tales are often based on true stories, aren't they? And what you see in reality may also be someone deliberately... Whether
Exacto.
something is true or not simply isn't that important. The main thing is whether the story being acted out on... Oh, but it looks like you're not from around here. You probably don't know that the Fontaine Court of Justice is called the...
Exacto.
Shouldn't court cases be treated a little more seriously than that? Not to question...
Sí.
No worries. Other visitors to Fontaine have wondered the same thing. You could say that... And as for your worries about whether the cases are treated with due reverence, we have the absolutely just and honorable as well as the
Ay, Dios mío.
Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, a machine created by the Archon. Between the machine and the Chief Justice, false charges and...
You're a Treese? Is it some kind of machine, too? Oh, Paimon's...
Exacto.
Wait. Paimon almost forgot to ask you our question.
Oh, that's easy. Just go to the Opera House. Lady Farina practically lived...
Ay, Dios mío. una
I
hora.
think what they mean. In that case, I'm afraid it's going to be a tad more difficult. You'll have to make an appointment well in advance, and it'll...
Huh. Is the Hydro Archon super busy taking care of official stuff?
Sí, no, pero...
Didn't you say that she's always at the Opera House?
No. Lady Farina seldom takes an interest with the nation's affairs. The reason it's difficult to...
Ay, Dios
That's
mío.
right.
Se llama
After all,
Farina.
she is the
Arconte
Archon.
Farina, sí.
Though she may tend to get a little dramatic from time to time, people can't get enough of her.
Huh. First time Paimon's ever heard of an Archon being described that way before.
Sí, sí.
Wait! Paimon gets now! The Hydro archon is kind.
Yeah, I suppose you could say that.
Mascota.
Hang on. This is still Fontaine's Archon you're talking about. You should show...
Yes, you're right. I guess I should at least try to be a little more respectful in front of visitors. Otherwise...
Come on. Sure, there's a lot of laws here, but nobody's going to be arrested for saying something disrespectful about the Hydro Archon.
Alright, I think we get it. Thank you! At least we now know that we can find the Hydro Archon at the
Sí, a
Opera
la
House.
ópera. Vámonos a la ópera.
But who knows how long making an appointment will take? Hey! What are you looking over there for?
¿La chica de ahí?
Huh.
Oh.
Maybe something's the matter. She isn't going to jump into the water, is she?
Oh no.
Maybe we better go check on her.
Capítulo 1, o sea, capítulo 6. Ay,
Time for afternoon tea. Trust and rebuild.
Preludio de la claridad y la oscuridad, capítulo 4, acto 1, el prólogo de una danza solitaria, vámonos. Ahora sí puedo leer bien.
Hello there.
Huh? Ah, I'm fine.
Oh, okay then. We just noticed that you seem to be worried about something.
About many things, actually. But there's nothing I can
¿sí?
do but just keep my troubles to myself. I
Maldición.
was just reminiscing about a place my brother and I would play when we were kids. It was just atop that hill over there.
Chucha.
You're pointing at the sea. Wait, are you saying that you and your brother lived in the water?
No people call the waters around Fontaine a sea. It's actually just an inland lake that's filled with fresh water.
Exacto, eso es lo que entendí yo.
And though I can still see that hill clearly in my memories, now it's been completely submerged. He would skip and jump, tossing sand in the wind. The sun shone brightly, and the air was filled with the scent of the sea. But now, the water is gradually swallowing our memories.
Oh no.
Sorry. Paimon doesn't really get what you...
Ah, I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Are you Lynette's new
Lynette.
friends?
Oh, and you are?
Thanks for looking after my sister. She often comes here to reminisce about our childhood, that's all. There's no need for any concern.
Exacto.
Ah, allow me to introduce myself.
Mira ahí.
I'm Linny, and this is my sister Lynette. If I had to guess, I'd say you must be travelers from abroad.
Sí somos travelers.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the
Y
Traveler.
ella es
We
con
just
chiquines
arrived in
25,
Fontaine.
exacto.
We were just talking with your sister. Even though we didn't really get what she was saying.
I see. It's unusual for Lynette to be so willing to talk with anyone. In fact, she seldom speaks at all.
Oh, really? Then you two are just like us. Paimon's always the one talking for some reason.
¿A qué se debe eso, Paimon? ¿Qué me estás diciendo? Exacto.
So that's how you think it is?
Sí, porque me robas las palabras.
I also think my brother can be too talkative at times.
Oh no.
Seems you were right,
Sí, creo que
Paimon.
sí.
We are quite similar.
So,
Pobre.
what did Lynette mean just now when she said that the water is engulfing your memories? And that it won't be long before it engulfs you too?
Buena pregunta.
Oh, that. It's from a prophecy that's been circulating in Fontaine for some... Well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that implies a certain amount of uncertainty. There's no doubt about what's... Where to begin?
Tiene muy larga.
Let's put that question on hold for a moment.
Exacto.
We still haven't...
Did all the introductions earlier not count?
Tienes razón.
Hello, traveler.
Exacto, sí, esto es Paimon.
And hello, Paimon.
Oh, qué tierno.
Hey! Why didn't Paimon get a handshake? You're not poking fun at Paimon, are you?
Please, don't take offense. Just consider it a sort of etiquette we have here in...
Oh, all right then. Well, Paimon's just happy to have a local friend now. By the way, we were just getting ready to go to the Opera House to meet the Hydro Archon.
So you're going to see Lady Farina?
Vamos a ver
No
Lady
problem
Farina.
at all. In fact, I was planning to go to the Opera House later myself. Please, follow me.
Follow me. Yo te follow. Te follow, sigo. Sigo, ok. ¡Vámonos! Ya no vale. Vamos a poner la primera caliente. Tienes una hermana, tienes dos hermanas. Oh.
You said you were going to see Lady Farina? Well, it seems Lady Farina has come to see you.
¿En serio? Ah, Dios mío. Oh, es el arconte hidro. Ay, Dios mío.
So, she's the Hydro Archon? But how did she know we were looking for her?
My dear people, rich and poor, those with cup in hand and those with nothing at all, raise your glasses in
Ay, este es el
celebration.
arconte hidro, Furina.
If you don't have one, then just raise your hand in lieu.
Arconte hidro, Furina. Aplauso,
As you can all see,
Mi fila
two
arconte hidro.
unfamiliar travelers have arrived in our nation. Come, let us make a toast in honor of this traveler
Dios.
and her companion
Qué hermosa que
who
es.
have journeyed here from distant lands.
Eso, arconte Furina de Fontaine.
Is she talking about us?
Exacto.
I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you left in your wake as you visited other nations. But I welcome you nevertheless. No, I have come to receive you personally. Fear is for insignificant cowards. I am a god, and I will never entertain the notion of such meaningless wariness. You can be rest assured. Of course, seeking an audience with me is the most sensible thing to do. It will allow you to truly behold my...
But the Hydro Archon's entrance was, how should Paimon describe it? A little, Miss Hydro Archon? How did you know we were coming?
I see.
Oh, no.
As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding. Don't forget that even the gods can be divided into the mediocre and the excellent. I suppose it's only natural for you to be awestruck by my abilities.
Ay, no.
You had best
Sí,
stop
deberían
and
reflexionar
consider.
sobre algo, sí.
Do you really have the noble qualities and etiquette necessary to communicate with a god? All it takes is a flick of my finger for me to know everything about you.
estaba? Ah, sí. De verdad fue así la virtud. ¿Y el decoro? No, ¿no será decora? No, decoro. Boila.
Whoa. Talk about sounding high and mighty.
Uy, Dios mío.
Oh? What's with these looks? Perhaps the welcoming ceremony still isn't enough?
Is she...
Wow, I didn't expect to see Lady Farina here. What a surprise! Wait,
Exacto.
does this mean they're the legendary blonde traveler?
dorado?
How did I not notice before?
Hey, what's all the commotion? Oh, is that Lady Farina? Is there some kind of drama going on?
Of course. That's the blonde traveler. The one all those stories are about.
Ooh, I've got to see this. I knew...
Yes, but don't get too excited now. My dear believers and spectators alike tend to... You may consider this my reward to all of you. I have determined that there will be an epic duel between myself and this traveler from another...
¿Qué?
Now she wants to fight? Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
Vamos. Ataquen, ataquen, ataquen.
Are you not afraid? Might I remind you that this is a duel against the divine?
No.
What are you trying to do, traveler? Provoking a god in front of her people?
Clorinde. Clorinde.
Stand down, Clorinde. I admire her bravery. Few have the courage to draw their sword against a god.
Exacto.
Unfortunately, people nowadays only crave to be
Yeah, she's right. Just a duel wouldn't be all that interesting.
On Aranias, criminals are always requesting duels to defend their honor. You're getting a bit old.
You see. Then, as the god of justice, I shall face this traveler in another kind.
Oh no.
All right! Now that'll be worth seeing!
Right. This is Fontaine, after all.
Why do you care so much about the crowd's reactions? Seems you've spent a little too much time in the op. Besides, how exactly do you plan to have a duel in court? You mean you're going to put us on trial?
Exacto.
Oh, we have... According to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to release any flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days.
Oh, so that's what they've done wrong. That's our Lady Farina.
You call that obvious? What kind of law is that? Wait.
Precisely.
No.
Now, if you two have no objections...
My apologies, Lady Farina. I don't mean to spoil the fun. I don't think that Paimon here meets the definition.
You tell her, Linny! Finally someone who's not crazy. How could anyone call Paimon?
Great magician Linny, my beloved citizen. I'll permit you to object. But how exactly do you plan to prove your claim?
As a magician who just rained on your parade, so, with such an audience gathered here, allow me to perform a trick for everyone.
¿Pequeño truco de magia? Chas. Visión. Uy, visión de... ¿Cómo se llama? De pyro, de fuego.
Ta-da!
What's that on Paimon's back? Hey, when did you do that?
Exacto. Cuando dijo que lo íbamos a necesitar, es un inteligente.
There.
Eso es usar la cabeza.
As you can all clearly see, Paimon should be classified as, well, something like a balloon. This rope has been in the traveler's hand.
Huh? You call that magic?
I thought it was pretty good.
Huh. I'm not sure what to think. It seems Lady Farina's...
Y sí. No te rías de mí.
Amusing. Very amusing, Linny. Just the sort of
Performance? You see all this as a
in which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved. The god of that, when there are valid grounds, but even the gods of other lands. I look forward to seeing your upcoming performance at the Opera House, Mr. Linney and Miss Lynette.
Oh no. Oh no. Eso sigan la guardaespaldas. Una tramposa.
And just like that, she's gone. Well, that's the most unpredictable Archon Paimon's ever seen. He never even had a chance to ask her anything. But that's a problem for future Paimon.
Don't mention it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law, so I did a little preparation. Just so. Now do you see what kind of
She can be a bit confusing at times, but she is still amenable to reason.
Anyway, Paimon had no idea you were a magician, Linny. It sounded like...
I just know a few simple tricks I use to make a living. Lynette is my assistant. It will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious stage in Fontaine.
But isn't the Opera House where criminal
When there are no public trials being held, the Opera House hosts a variety of other performances. And speaking of performances, I would be remiss to forego this opportunity.
My brother's always excited to make new friends.
Oh, sure. We don't really have anything to do now, and we wanted to go to the Opera House anyway.
Splendid. In that case, why don't we go together? I'll show you the way. I just have some... You really mean... This is a magical item known as a magic pocket.
Oh, what is mágico?
Huh? What are they going to use it for?
About that... You asked me before about the prophecy, right? I'm not sure exactly when it began. It says that every person in Fontaine is born with sin. No matter how the nation of justice holds trial after trial, this sin cannot be absolved. Until one day, the water levels in Fontaine will rise, and the sinful people will slowly be drowned. In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
That sounds pretty gloomy. Why are people in Fontaine born with sin? What is that supposed to mean?
There are lots of guesses. Some say that the ancestors of Fontaine stole the power of the seas and stirred its wrath. Others say that the people of Fontaine never heeded the first Hydro Archon's warnings and offended Celestia. But here in Fontaine, evidence is what matters. There hasn't been concrete evidence for any of these claims, so they can only be regarded as conjecture.
If even the people in Fontaine don't know what sin they committed, wouldn't it be better just to ignore the prophecy completely? Why bother feeling guilty all the time?
That's exactly what the people did at first. But in the last few years, the water levels in Fontaine have actually started rising.
Many places have already been completely submerged, and now lie beneath the sea.
Many people carry on with their lives as before and shrug it off as a natural phenomenon. But my family and I think that the people of Fontaine shouldn't ignore the possibility, which would end up sentencing them to death. We hope that at least the people who reside near the waterfront can move away before it's too late. So, we've started distributing magic pockets to them. As a magical item, these magic pockets have astonishing capacity. I'm sure they will come in handy when people are moving their belongings.
Oh, Paimon gets it! It's like preparing for a rainy day! But this is more than a bit of rain.
Exacto, ¿qué pasa si la profecía es cierta?
Perhaps only absolute power could ever contend with such a catastrophe. But who knows? We're just tiny specks in the grand scheme of things. Now, if you'd like to help, then please give these magic pockets to anyone nearby. Be sure to convince them to take it, regardless of what they say.
¿Qué logro es, no? Maravillas del mundo. Entérrate en la profecía. ¿Cómo vamos con este historial? Sin datos, ¿cómo no? 5 10 15 20 25 y 30, creo, ¿no? 30 35 40 41, 42, 43, 44 44 te llevo. Termine todo.
What's this? Ah, so you also believe in the prophecy. Keep it. I won't have any use for it.
What? You mean you don't believe in the prophecy?
No, I believe in the prophecy. But I also believe in another story. The story says that people once lived in the ocean. They were one with the ocean and couldn't live apart from it. But as time wore on, people desired to live on land and developed blood vessels, encapsulating the sea within their bodies. Thus could people set foot on land. So, if you ask me, when the water rises and takes us all, it'll be like we're going home.
Exacto.
Oh, we hadn't heard that one before. But people can't live underwater. They'll die. You should probably still take it.
All right, I'll take it. I guess I just feel that being dissolved into the water doesn't necessarily mean death.
So you're the blonde traveler that everyone's been talking about. Oh, a magic pocket? Seems you really thought of everything. Thanks. Please.
Exacto, el más. Queda uno. Termine esto. Vámonos, line esto.
Huh? I don't want that thing. Way I see it, if the prophecy's true, it's still gonna be a long time before the water can cover everything. Life is all about living in the moment. What use is there in worrying about the future all the time? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
You should still take it. You never know when it'll come in handy.
Oh, all right, fine. Thanks. It's just that if I start moving, that means I've already given up on the life I have now. I'd really rather not.
Exacto. El prólogo de una danza solitaria. Habla con Linnea. Está ahí. Espera que hagamos mi speed. Vale. ¡Uy! Magia.
Oh, You already handed out all of the magic pockets? That was fast. So, what did people have to say? Yes, but that will change once disaster strikes. I know they'll change their minds, so it's only right to help them prepare.
Is there anything else you need to...
Yes, one last thing. I have the magic pockets made by a workshop in the court of Fontaine. Since we're out and about, I was thinking about bringing him some more materials.
Las bolsas mágicas las hace por encargo de una artesana de Fontaine. Interesante.
So, you want to collect materials? Just tell us what the materials look like and we'll help. Many hands make light work.
Oh, that would be much appreciated. We'll need some romaritime flowers. I remember seeing them near the waterfront on the east side.
It seems we have to use hydro to collect romaritime flowers. Let's move out.
Voy. Directo. Directe. Magia.
Over here.
You made quick work of that. I can tell you're an experienced traveler. I've also finished collecting a few here. Maybe next time you'll feel like helping too, Lynette.
¿En qué momento recogiste tantas como yo?
No way. I'm in power-saving mode today. Otherwise, I fear I may not have any energy left for the performance at the Opera House.
Fine. Though the performance is still a long way off. Now that we're finished here, we should get ready to head back to the court of Fontaine.
So, we're going to the court of Fontaine before we head to the Opera House?
Yo no recuerdo que nos dieran invitación, Paimon, pero bueno, vamos a colarnos.
Wait, shh. Have you noticed that person over there?
Sí la vemos.
The young girl.
Huh? What's wrong with her?
Magicians and thieves practice similar methods. We divert it. Watch her move.
Oh, sí, es verdad. Has robado. Habéis robado.
Oh, he's right.
Shh, keep your voice down. We need to think of a way to catch her, but it seems she's very alert.
Vámonos.
You two can ride the lift over there and wait up top. I bet that'll be her escape route if she tries to run. All right, let's go.
Let's go, en marcha. Desprotection por arriba. Entendido, capitán. ¿Será que lo hago bien? Se va a ir a la parte de arriba. Sí.
This is the spot where Linny wanted us to wait.
Sí.
Oh, look! Isn't that her? Oh no! Did she notice us? What should we do? Should we chase her?
Sí, sí. Seguirla, seguirla.
You're right. She might also be trying to lure us away.
Muy bien dicho.
Nothing's happened for a while now. Paimon wonders if Linny caught the thief.
¿Quién sabe? Creo que sí.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Are you sure that's all?
No, that was all. Anyway, I should be going now.
Nada, joven.
Oh, were you returning what the thief had stolen?
That's right. Pity I wasn't able to catch her. She distracted me by dropping the thing she...
I saw the general direction she went, but Linny twisted his ankle.
Oh.
I'll be all right. It's just a twisted ankle, that's all. In fact, it's feeling better already.
If you want to play at being a hero, at least try not to get hurt.
You're right, you're right. Sorry, Lynette. I have to admit that the thief was even more skilled than I had anticipated, but at least we were able to get the stolen items back, so it wasn't...
What a slippery little thief! Guess things turned out all right in the end, though. Linny's initiative...
All right, let's put this little detour behind...
Exacto, la corte con...
We ride this thing to go into the city? What an ingenious...
This is an aquabus. It allows people to travel between... It's pretty convenient, but the ride can become a little dull after a while. The scenery is always the same.
So you mean it's still boring?
No, that's not what I meant. It's just that, well, you don't really talk that much.
¿Y ese es el mote?
Besides, it doesn't really feel like a real trip when it's just the two of us. It's the...
Exacto.
What a...
Guess that's what it's like to be an older brother.
Exacto.
It's about time for us to leave. Let's get...
Vámonos. Ey, esta colada... Ah, esta colada sí la conozco. Voy. Estoy viendo que la colada se subió.
Huh?
What?
Charlotte.
Traveler! Paimon!
Charlotte!
Oh, I'd never guessed I'd bump into you while riding the aquabus. What are you doing in Fontaine? I didn't hear anything about...
Yeah, it's quite the coincidence. But as travelers, we're always on the move. It's not surprising that nobody knew we were... Though we still have no idea how the Hydro Archon knew about us.
Oh, no need for introductions, Paimon. I would recognize the great I wouldn't be much of a reporter if I didn't know who they were. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Charlotte.
Nice to meet you. From the Steambird, huh? We've often relied on your paper to promote our...
It's an honor to meet you.
Voy,
Now that everyone knows each other, Fontaine... So, what have you been up to lately, Charlotte?
Not too much. When there isn't any breaking news, I mainly cover the trials at the Opera House. You can still manage to keep readers' attention as long as you tell things from a clever... For example, reporting on how a scammer once deceived vulnerable girls into relationships.
or how a financial criminal was once so poor that they ate a single piece of bread for 5 days. You're right. Seems you know me pretty well. What I'm really after is exclusive... Oh, I just remembered! I've been following a case...
You mean the serial disappearance?
That's right! These stories are the talk of the town. If I'm the first with a draft ready to publish when the case is finally cracked, and it's the headlines... Oh! When that happens, I bet all the other reporters will shed tears of envy.
So, what is the serial
That's right! The first missing girl case happened almost 20 years ago, and ever since, after a period of time, another girl disappears. But the scariest part is that many suspects have been arrested over the years in connection with this case, but shortly after each arrest, another disappearance would always happen.
Bueno, ahora sí. Bueno, mi gente, este fue todo el directo de Genshin Impact. Espero que les haya gustado. No olviden suscribirse, activar la campanita para notificaciones. Mi nombre es Néstor Kazuki. Con mi hermoso perfil editado, les digo, nos vemos mañana con un nuevo directo. Y me pueden seguir en mi canal de Twitch. Quiero estar. Adiós.